Alright, what is going on, guys? Today is Thursday, January 8th. We are back with another trade recap. Today we traded the S&P and NQ. Wait, hold on, let me make sure everything's alright. Alright, coming into today, my buys originally were shorts because I was expecting overnight for price to make a retracement since we did break structure on on Nasdaq and on ES as well. This was the 14 candle. When did we break structure? We broke structure at the 22 candle on Nasdaq, but we were already in bearish order flow when we inverse this fair value gap right here. So we didn't even have to wait for the break of structure. We already got the inverse fair value gap at the 1800 candle. So opening of the next day, which is during Asian session. So yeah, I was expecting price overnight to make a retracement into this fair value gap, which Nasdaq did, but ES really didn't. ES didn't retrace whatsoever. It consolidated overnight. So this price action made me want to switch my buys and then look for longs for this retracement until we hit this 4-hour order block that we have right here inside this fair value gap, which it literally did. But we'll get to this in a bit. Hit this 4-hour order block and then retrace back down. That was my buys and what I was wanting to look for. Bro, these voice cracks are fucking pissing me off. I don't know why they've been coming back so frequently, but hold on. I just had to drink some water. But so yeah, I switched my buys from bullish to bearish, but if price from opening from this consolidation just straight shot up into this fair value gap range, touched this order block on ES, and if Nasdaq did the same thing, but what made me the confusing part is the fact that if if Nasdaq were to retrace up as well, I really don't know where it would take out. Probably take out, manipulate like these hourly highs, while ES comes out and takes out these 4-hour highs. I mean, comes to this fair value gap in this 4-hour block, order block or breaker block, I should say. But that's clearly not what happened. Nasdaq off rip dumped, taking out London session low, Asian session low, other hourly lows, and leaving this 4-hour low down here. ES off open, ripped up, causing a bullish SMT. Still with my bias. We had a break of structure and everything. The bullish SMT, equilibrium, put it right there. And I got a pretty bad feeling. I did enter a bit late, where I was waiting for. I did not want to enter off this huge trade candle right here because my stop loss would have been pretty fucking deep all the way down here. Or I could have placed it, which I actually end up doing, right by this order block, this 1 minute order block, sweep order block, and there's a breaker block as well. We inverse that fair value gap. I started noticing this blue candle was already leaving this area, so I was like, I'm not gonna miss this opportunity, so I'm gonna join here. I joined in the next blue candle in the bottom of it as it opens. Price then just fucking retaliates and dumps right back down, back into equilibrium. I see that we break structure here, so I'm thinking, okay, we are definitely then bearish. We are not bullish. We switch biases back to bearish. I go on Nasdaq because also Nasdaq. I was also checking it out like this. Maybe we're making a bullish SMT. Why? Because in the 4 hour, I mean a bearish S&T, my bad. Why? In the 4 hour, Nasdaq came up to this fair value gap, but ES didn't fill in equilibrium, or I should say equilibrium, or it didn't fill in this. It didn't balance out this price range. There we go. It didn't balance out this price range. But if price was to still continue this downtrend, then clearly price is in a hurry to reach a certain draw of liquidity. So that is why I switched my bias back to bearish on Nasdaq. I took equilibrium, put it right there. Oh, yeah, my bad. You guys already saw that. Saw this breaker structure already. Saw it late. Saw this candle, and this bearish candle start forming. I got in the middle. It won't let me like place it, but I got in the middle of this candle. And then I put my stop loss right here. And as you can see in 2 candles, I was already out of the trade. So right there, I I don't know what price wants to do. Price itself doesn't know what it wants to do. It clearly entered in a state of consolidation. And then what do you see? Price just goes, hits my target, and look what is it doing right now. Wow, bro. Wow. Like I couldn't really just do it any better. Like this is just insane. This really blows, bro. This really blows. And on the week or on the month right now, we are down $242. Week is pretty bad, boys. Week is pretty bad. We were off to a beautiful start on the year, well, on the month and on the year, but it's alright. Little little moves down in order to make a new up or a new high, you know? Pretty cheesy, but that's how it is. We're going to try to look back and learn from our mistakes. And I definitely could have avoided this trade 100% without a doubt because price one didn't manipulate really a high time frame and both indexes weren't correlating. They were doing opposite of each other. So I could have definitely avoided this. Definitely. Especially how candles were printing. I could have. But you live and you learn. We know what to do. And let's see how BTC is doing right now. Right now, a lot of people were telling me, especially my parents, saying that like I should right now be dumping a lot into BTC, but I'm still holding on to my bias, which is I'm not gonna full port, but I'll put in a good amount once again. If I see price disrespect this BPR right here, or I think this is a monthly BPR. Yeah, disrespect this monthly BPR right here. If we disrespect this monthly BPR, then yeah, I'll probably be putting in a little bit more of my risk into BTC, but my ideal trade or my ideal entry is like in the 70 mark where I have a high conviction that it wants to go because we just broke structure, big trade candle down. Now we got to make a retracement, see if we still respect this order flow or if this was just a retracement to then just go higher. You get what I'm saying? But we're gonna have to wait and see. My hypothetical theory is the fact that BTC will come down here. Why? Because there's a lot of imbalanced price range. We've already filled in this fair value gap, and this fair value gap is imbalanced. So it leads me to believe that we would want to come down and fill this up, and then go right back up again, as price did right here. Filled in this gap, moved up. Price filled in this gap a little bit. It literally just wicked in just a little bit, as you can see, or actually it doesn't even wick in there. My bad. But this is from trying to remember because I remember I was told where if price fills in a fair value gap and then another fair value gap is formed from price bouncing off a fair value gap, you wouldn't really see price coming into this fair value gap. So I guess this is what you would see: price not coming back into this fair value gap and just continuing off with the trend, which was pretty much bullish. And if you go into the yearly, I mean, dude, the yearly we also see 20-second retrace down, humongous leg up. And if we took the fib, look with the 79 and look what the 70 is. It's all the way down there. Now, I'm not saying that it's definitely going to come down here, but could it come close? Possibly. But we're going to have to wait and see. And anyways, that is enough yapping from me today. If there's a trade for tomorrow, there will be another trade recap YouTube video. If not, you guys have a wonderful night and take it easy, boys.